Friday, 12th of June. Good morning. Welcome to the update from the recovery room. And a message in from a gentleman on LinkedIn regarding one of my videos. And he said, what have you got all those books for behind you? Have you read them all, or is it just a showcase? No, I've read them all. I've collected these books from all over the world. Every airport I've been to, in fact, I've bought a book. And I've read them all. Some are great, some are brilliant, some are not so good, some are cures for insomnia, and some just wedge up dodgy tables. But anyway, I have read them all. And the reason that I do it is for me, selfish reasons. I learned a long time ago that I don't know what I don't know. I am consciously incompetent, if that makes sense. I realise I know I don't know stuff. And I started my career out as an engineer, working in Royal Ordnance. And I was only 17 and left home, went down to, we were testing and manufacturing and developing small arms, assault weapons and sniper rifles for the British military. And every day I was there for 6-7 years, I think it was. Every day, pretty much, either as an apprentice or when I was an engineer as well. Every day was like, wow, that's amazing. I didn't know they could do that. And it was the things like, how do you put the rifling grooves down a rifle barrel? How do you do that? How do you put the rifling grooves down a gun barrel? How do you put the rifling grooves down a 2-meter cannon barrel? How do you do that? How do you put the rifling down when it accelerates? The helix starts off slow and then accelerates towards the end, so it sort of spits and spins the shell out the end without burning the rifling out in the early part of it. How do you put an accelerating helix down a 2-meter gun barrel? It's like, wow. Anyway, now, every day was something like that. So I learned back then, a harsh lesson if you like, I didn't know a lot of stuff. Now I do know a bit more stuff now, but equally, I do realise that I don't know what I don't know. There's always new ideas coming in. As we're coming out of the COVID-19 lockdown now, which we are thankfully, everything is different. Society is changing overnight, dramatically changing. The market has changed, finance has changed, clients have changed, leadership has changed. Everything is different and will continue to be different in a good way as well, to a certain respect. There's a lot of good things coming out of this, I think, a lot of opportunity, but only opportunity for those of us who create new ideas, who are passionate about what we do, but creative, innovative, take some risks and adapt and change things and learn new ways of doing things. And I remember when I was over we lived in Las Vegas for a few years, and I bought a motorbike, as you do, Harley Davidson. It was a Night Rod Special, the Porsche water-cooled engined one. Beautiful machine. Anyway, never ridden a bike in my life, had to go and get some lessons to ride it, and rightly so. Anyway, went to the Harley Davidson dealer, and they do the biker training in the car park next to the dealership. And we're riding around on day one on a little 500cc Buells, which was a sub-brand of Harley Davidson back then. They're riding around clockwise, stopping, starting, learning about the bike and all this sort of thing. On the next session, the day after, the guys who were training us, they said, okay, we're going to go up on out on the road. We're going to go down the Las Vegas Strip, riding the Las Vegas Strip on motorbikes. How cool is that? We're going to peel off and go north and then come round and back in about an hour. And these guys, I think one of the guys was ex-Marine. They were brilliant. I mean, absolutely fantastic trainers, really, really good. And the guy said to us, he said, before you go, he said, I want to talk to you about handling and steering on a bike. So there, okay. Now I know how to ride a bike. I'm a cyclist. I used to be a racing cyclist. So I know that when you cycle over the bike, if I want to turn to the right, I do that. That might look odd to you. I am turning right on my screen though. I turn the handlebars to the right, and then I go to the right or I go to the left, whatever it is. I turn the handlebars whichever way I go. So I'm going to turn my handlebars to my right now. It might look odd to you. That's right for me. So I turn the handlebars right now. Obviously, if you want to turn left, you turn the handlebars to the left. Away you go. On a motorbike, obviously, it's the same thing. Because I know that as a cyclist. Anyway, he said, when you get above about 25, 30 miles an hour, if you want to turn to the right, so I would think you turn the bars to the right, he said, you're not going to do that. You're not going to turn to the right. You're actually going to press with your left. You're going to press on the bars with your left, and you're going to go round the corner. You press on the opposite side than you think. Opposite lock, opposite turning. Okay. Anyway, I went home. I said to Lynn, this guy's crazy. Perhaps Americans ride bikes different than the British ride bikes. I'm pretty sure British bikes, you don't get a Triumph doing this opposite turning thing. British bikes, you turn the bend and away you go. That's what happens. Obviously, I know stuff like that. I'm an engineer, for goodness sake. Of course I know that sort of thing. And I was quite concerned about it. Anyway, we're riding these bikes down the Vegas Strip, and we peeled off to the left and off we went round to the north and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, coming to this sort of curve and a bend, I was quite nervous about this because in my mind, I'm thinking, I want to turn to the left, therefore I'm going to turn to the left. Now, what actually happened was, when I came to the bend, intuitive, and it's like a magic happens, you lean a little bit, you press on the opposite side of the handlebar. So you press on the other side and around you go. It's really, really odd. So if you want to turn left, you press left. You want to turn right, you press right. So you press as if you're turning the bars the other way. Really, really strange. But when you figure it out, when your mind gets used to it, it feels absolutely right. We do it automatically. Probably done it on push bikes, if we're honest about it, over a certain speed, but never realised it. And it's like, I didn't know that. I didn't realise that. And it's like, wow. So there are always things to learn from anybody out there, new ideas, new tactics, new strategies, and just watch out for the two phrases that kill creativity and innovation even. One is, I know what I know, and I'm good, I'm okay. That doesn't work anymore. And I know that won't work. A new idea, a new principle, a new concept, and these people just delete it out of hand, or they're not open to new ideas, and they don't go into this zone of being consciously incompetent. They just think they know everything. And in some industries and businesses, that has worked for a number of years. But look what's happened in the accounting field over the last 5 years. Traditional accountants are being fundamentally wiped out because of technology and apps and different systems and everything like that. Now, the accountants that are doing really well have realised that they don't just do number crunching, they're in the customer service business. They're in the advice giving business. They call it advisory now. Now, the accountants who are pivoting and doing that, doing really well. It's a great profession to be in. Those who aren't going to be there anymore. So it's this creativity and innovation, open to new ideas. So I hope that's been helpful, and stay open and learn some things. We're doing the wine tasting quiz tonight. It's Friday. If you want to come on that, bring 10 questions and a bottle of wine on the Zoom call. We go around. It's international, from people from the USA and even people from the UK on it. We allow anybody in. So if you want to come on that, we'll see you later on. If not, I'll see you tomorrow with an update from the recovery room. But just stay open, stay consciously incompetent, and remember, there are things that you don't know, things that I don't know, that may be the best idea out there. And if you want to have a chat about it, you want to ping me a message, then ping in the message box below. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.